Alright, I'm just about to go into the Joe Goode Annex. I'm meeting with studio manager there to look over the space to see if it's the right fit for my home season coming up in May 2016. We're looking at the dates. Buzz on in. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Well, the door's locked. I've been waiting for about 15 minutes. I sent an email. They may have forgotten about me today. Trial 2. If you walk in, people would walk down here. Seating would be along this wall. And then performance would be this way. With dancers going dee 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 dee. So after I got home, I started editing video footage and I realized I am not talking to the camera at all, so I apologize for that. But I was so focused on like seeing the space and asking Alex, the house manager at the Annex, all the questions and make sure I got everything in. So I'm gonna kind of debrief after each little conversation we have so you don't get sick of the space and just listening to me talk, and you can also get an idea of what we're actually discussing. Okay, and can you talk a little bit about the lighting?
So the lighting, we have a little bit more hanging right now than is our standard repertory plot.
Okay.
They're LEDs, so we have actually full control of the light on them, which is nice, so you have a lot of options that way. We've got the same color sources as backs and kind of a wash.
Okay.
We've got color source, source 4 pars.
Okay. So that goes all the way.
Source 4 as the front lights.
So the reason I wanted to get the specs for the lighting was because I'm actually changing the standard setup for where the audience is seated in the space. I want to put it against the opposite wall. So just having Alex show me the different sets of lighting and what's available, and especially if it's expanded all the way back, that's really important. And the Annex has not had this lighting availability in the past. They didn't have a whole setup on top, so it was nice to kind of see that all laid out. Next, I want to ask Alex about his thoughts on flipping that front from a technical standpoint to see if it's really going to make a difference on the lighting and kind of where tech is positioned and things like that. I was actually thinking of having the audience over there. Is that a possibility? So then it would be having the stadium seating, if it can go over here.
The seating can move.
Right. So then performance would be focused this way. What's kind of my limitations and possibilities with that?
So the limitations with that are that the DMX, it would reverse the room, and so then it's like, well, so then you'd be having your backlights acting as your front lights and your front lights acting as your backlights.
Oh, I see.
That's not totally the end of the world. We can work around that. The data is always running up to that medium, so we could move them to the side, put them up there.
Yeah.
It would be
hidden.
They might see just the edge of a tech table that's up there.
Okay.
That would be one of our limitations. So inside of changing the seating configuration of the space, it's just fee-based.
Okay.
It costs $500 to move them, which is labor for the move and then the restore. I can cut that in half by if you can provide labor.
I have some people I could recruit.
Yeah, so it's a matter of just having somebody in the room. So that right there, at least can cut that price.
Okay. And with the 4 levels, how many people?
With 4 levels, we have 57 seats. If you were going to be building on this side, I can go up to 7.
Oh.
So if you're going to be moving it, you're not
7.
constrained to have to stay at 4. We could expand.
Whether I do switch where the seating's going, I want to add the number of risers anyway to have more of you able to come see the show. So $250 added on. It's got to happen. And then what about sound?
So sound we have to remember was 2 Mackie speakers. They are relatively mobile as far as if you switch your configuration, leave them to whatever best suits your configuration.
Are you guys open to bringing in, to having outside speakers and sound systems come in?
We are, with one caveat, which is that sound is kind of our Achilles heel.
Okay.
It's a really live room. We have a sound decibel cap of 85 decibels in the room, which is, I'll be honest, just below where you want it to be.
Okay.
If you're wanting to have a banging performance.
We have pretty loud sound,
Yeah.
so this is good to know. The sound is a big deal. I'm worried about it. I'm not sure what 85 decibels sounds like on a meter, how it's gonna affect Aaron's music, and how it's just gonna affect the overall feeling of the piece. So that's my #1 top concern at this moment. I'm gonna talk to Aaron, see kind of what his thoughts are, maybe even get back into the space so I can play some tracks to hear what that 85 decibels sounds like. So third time is the charm at the Annex. I'm gonna plug in, play one of Aaron's songs, listen to the decibel rating. That's kind of the only thing holding off signing the contract. Hi Alex, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, cool, so they have the seating there. Oh, they did half and half. Going upstairs. Want some snacks?
That buzz is not usually there.
Okay. Good to know. There won't be a buzz.
I just wanted you to really hear what 85 sounds like.
Is that gonna keep buzzing while I'm playing?
It might, but it won't
Okay.
buzz. That's 90, that hot spot in there was 90, so we can pull it down just a little bit from there.
Okay.
Now you're maxing about 80.
80, so I can even go up and up. Okay, so I can kind of hear it. It gets to that. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. The music is playing currently. I'm just going down there to check it out, how it fills out the space. I'm going back up. I'm gonna try one more track that we're working on for some new pieces that's kind of high up there. Okay. Yeah, that's helpful.
As we master out, you know, if it's, as long as it's not a sustained, if it's just a couple spikes.
Yeah.
I can work with
Okay.
that. Probably won't get a complaint as long as our general
Is
you know,
at.
is in that 85 range.
Okay.
We can find a sweet spot.
And plus that static might be kind of droning at the moment.
Filling in.
Yeah. Sound looked good. Levels peaked a little bit over 85, but it seemed like it was at a normal range. So to kind of wrap everything up, I love the Annex. I love the look of it. I think it would be a really cool space for the show. After listening to the sound, not worried about that at all. We're gonna have to get new speakers in there, but I'm gonna be meeting with Aaron soon, so we'll talk about that then. And also the Annex fits into my budget for this year's show, which is super important as I'm starting to write grants and all those different things. And I'm actually gonna be talking about that in my next vlog. So if you're curious about how all of that is coming together, stay tuned for that. And I'm ready to get that contract in my hand from the Annex, sign away, and tell you when the show's gonna happen.